All right, so you want to unlock the secrets of Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power.
We're going deep, folks.
Super deep. We're talking top 10 takeaways,
A crash course in navigating the dynamics of power,
wherever you encounter it.
which is, let's face it, everywhere.
Yeah. Now, these laws, they can be a little,
Controversial.
yeah, a little controversial.
Definitely thought-provoking, though. They offer a really fascinating way to look at history, this relationship,
Basically, all human interaction.
pretty much.
So, law number 1, never outshine the master. Always makes me think, is it really all about being a master of disguise around your boss? Like,
Yeah.
never letting them see your true potential?
Well, not exactly. I think it's more about being aware of the dynamics.
Okay.
A threatened boss is rarely going to be helpful to your career.
Right.
It's about subtle influence.
So, like, don't go around bragging about your accomplishment.
Exactly. Think about Michelangelo when he presented the statue of David to the Pope.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a masterpiece. It definitely got attention.
It's a huge accomplishment.
But Michelangelo was smart about it. He let the work speak for itself. Didn't need to go around boasting. And guess what? The Pope was so impressed, he gave Michelangelo even more commissions.
So, play the long game.
Use finesse. Let the results do the talking.
I like it. Okay. Law number 3 is conceal your intentions. Now, this one seems like it could be used for good or
Not so good.
exactly.
True. It depends.
Yeah.
Think of it like a magic trick.
Okay.
The trick is only impressive if you don't know how it's done, right?
Right.
So that element of surprise, that's what makes it powerful. Whether you're in a negotiation or you're launching a new project, keeping your true intentions hidden until the right moment, it can be incredibly powerful.
People are less likely to try and stop something if they don't see it coming.
Exactly.
Makes you think about how much we reveal on social media these days.
Right.
Maybe keeping some things a mystery isn't such a bad idea.
Could be a strategic advantage.
Now, speaking of strategic, laws 6 and 9 seem to go hand in hand.
Oh, definitely.
Court attention at all costs.
And win through your actions, not through argument.
So it's not enough to just blend in, you have to be seen.
Right. But it's not just about showing up.
You have to deliver.
Take action. Do the work.
You know, it's like visibility will get you noticed, maybe even get you an interview for that promotion.
Absolutely.
But your actions, the quality of your work, that's what's going to actually get you the job.
It's about building a track record of success.
Which, you know, honestly, it's refreshing to hear in a world that's so obsessed with self-promotion.
It's a good reminder that actions speak louder than words.
Okay, but let's talk about a law that's a little, shall we say, more intense.
Oh, you mean crush your enemy, totally.
That's the one. This is the one that always gets people talking. It sounds pretty ruthless.
It does, doesn't it?
Like, no room for second chances.
But Greene's drawing on history here. He's looking at figures like Genghis Khan, who understood that in certain situations, leaving even a tiny spark of rebellion could lead to a huge uprising.
Yeah, and in those high-stakes power struggles.
Anything less than total victory, it can be a big risk.
Right. So definitely a law to use with extreme caution and a lot of awareness of the context.
Absolutely.
Speaking of context, let's talk about laws 11 and 12, which are all about influence.
Okay.
Learn to keep people dependent on you.
And use selective honesty to disarm.
So we're getting into some really delicate territory here.
For sure, it's a balancing act.
Yeah. Like, on the one hand, making yourself indispensable, that can build a sense of reliance.
But too much reliance can lead to resentment.
Exactly. And then there's honesty. Used strategically, it can build trust.
But even a single act of deception can completely destroy that trust.
It's about understanding human psychology.
Knowing when to push and when to pull back.
I guess it all comes back to relationships. Are you trying to build genuine connections or just manipulate people?
Right.
Okay. Now, laws 16 and 48. Know when to withdraw and assume formlessness. These seem to be all about mastering the art of disappearing.
Not quite disappearing, it's more like adapting, being fluid. You know?
Right, yeah.
Like sometimes stepping back, making yourself a little less available can actually make you more desirable, like a limited edition product, you know?
Oh, interesting.
And then there's the element of unpredictability, keeping people off balance. It makes it much harder to anticipate your moves.
So it's like a mental jujitsu move.
Exactly. Instead of meeting force with force, you use their momentum against them.
I like it. All right, the last law we're going to dive into today is number 24. Play the perfect courtier.
This one is all about mastering social dynamics. It's about understanding the unspoken rules,
The subtleties of communication.
the etiquette, all those things that can really make or break you in any kind of power structure.
So it's not about being fake. It's about being aware, reading the room.
Exactly. Adapt your approach. Be observant.
Know what's expected of you in different situations.
Exactly.
Well, folks, there you have it. 10 of the 48 laws of power, all about understanding the dynamics of power.
And remember, these aren't moral guidelines.
Right.
They're observations
About how people behave.
and how power works in the world.
So, how you apply these laws,
Or even if you choose to apply them at all.
that's up to you.
But maybe the biggest takeaway here is that these laws aren't just about power over other people.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe they're also about mastering yourself, your own actions, your choices, regardless of the situation.
That's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power.
Thanks for listening.